But this was the way that at least one Republican's spouse reacted to the Vice President of the United States on Friday when she swore in Deb Fischer of Nebraska. It appears that the husband of this United States Senator would not even shake hands with the Vice President of the United States. And I think what that shows, Congressman, is that there is not an equal reverence for our democracy in both of these two parties.
Do you solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States? Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your work. Thank you. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay, sure.
Okay. And that way just a little bit. There you go. Thank you so much. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Hold it.
Reid is a Republican strategist, former campaign manager for Massachusetts Senator Scott Brown and co-founder of South and Hill Strategies. And he joins me now. Thanks so much for your time. Look, today, as we just saw, very different to 4 years ago at the Capitol. There were no interruptions. What's your reaction to what we saw today in Washington?
Yeah, it's business as usual, apart from the snow, which has brought things to a little bit of a halt. But look, last November's elections were resounding. They weren't close. There was a clear winner. And most people from that point forward have been looking forward as opposed to backwards as to what the next 4 years of the administration are going to bring. And more importantly, the policies and the promises that were made in the campaign trail. Now comes the campaigning's hard, but governing can be even more challenging. And that's where the focus is the inauguration and beyond.
Vice President Kamala Harris presided over the certification, putting her in the unenviable position of certifying the victory of her 2024 opponent and her own defeat as well.
Yeah, not the first time a vice president has had to do this. Richard Nixon back in the day had to do it, as did Al Gore when they were outgoing vice presidents. So, look, I can't imagine it was a fun day. I'm sure she'd rather be on the other side of it in terms of being the one being certified in as opposed to the one doing the certifying. But look, this election was had. It wasn't close. And the country is moving forward, and there's a lot of challenges, there's a lot of issues, there's a lot of things at stake, and that's where the focus is going to be now, as opposed to rehashing or relitigating events from the past.
Donald Trump has repeatedly said he would pardon convicted January 6 rioters. More than 1,500 have been charged for various offences. If Donald Trump does begin to pardon those convicted straight away once he's inaugurated, is that in conflict with Trump's strong stance on law and order?
Well, that's his choice, and he's going to have a lot to do on day one. He's made a long list of promises on energy, on immigration, on inflation. So, look, you've only got so many hours in the day, and you've got a long laundry list of things to do. That being said, the pardoning process has been so cheapened over the last few weeks by President Biden's decision to pardon his son, Hunter, something he swore up and down he wouldn't do. And there's been a number of other controversial pardons in the last few weeks that have gotten Democrats even upset at President Biden. So the outgoing president president has certainly made life really difficult for his fellow members of the Democratic Party who are having to answer for these questions. But President Trump's got his hands full. He's often said that his retribution will be the success of the country, and let's hope he sticks to that and does the things that he's told the people he would, and that were so roundly rejected from the Biden-Harris administration.
Next is Donald Trump's inauguration on January 20. I'm guessing security is going to be a major factor there as well. We had the assassination attempts and more recently the terror attack in New Orleans. Can you talk a bit about that?
Yeah, the two attempted assassinations of the former president, now the incoming president, as well as what happened last week in New Orleans and Las Vegas. Look, this is one of those things. Foreign policy and national security fade from the headlines until they come back front and center. And we saw that last week in those horrible events. And this is what happens when America retreats on the world stage, when America is seen as weak, is seen as having a leader that's asleep at the switch in President Biden's case. And let's hope that we change for the better in the coming days, because we can't keep going down this path. And when things happen, when we saw the events of Afghanistan in 2021, the embarrassing collapse there, the world was watching. That wasn't just the United States and voters here who roundly held the President Biden in contempt for that. The world was watching. And actions have consequences, and hopefully there's a new day dawning and a stronger America both home and abroad.
Colin Reid, really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you so much.